Varvid.
Hey, it's Drew Graham for Varvid.tv. We are at MVP Nation 2011, an extension of SMB with founder Harry Brelsford. Harry, how is it and what's going on?
Well, cheers, Drew. Thanks for coming out and participating and continuing to be our good friend. So here's the deal with MVP Nation. Let's try an elevator pitch, okay? Microsoft has a technical excellence award program called the MVP program, or Most Valuable Professional. Thought I might get you on that one. But they had 1,600, they have 4,500 worldwide. They had about 1,600 in Redmond this week. We worked closely with our friends at Microsoft to attach to their event by having a public-facing conference that has a lot of MVPs both speaking and attending, because that event over there, you and I can't go to. That's closed. That's NDA. Vendors can't go, speakers, definitely not press. Can't go to that. So we attached on with a public-facing event down here, at the Bell Harbor Conference Center, downtown waterfront, beautiful. And it's an opportunity for the MVPs to get to know a different community, so the sponsor community. The sponsors actually want to know the MVPs. Hey, what's wrong with that heat problem on that chipset? The MVPs can talk about that. Okay, a little bit different conversation, like a focus group. The partners want to get to know the MVPs because the MVPs are subject matter experts, right? And the communities, I got to be blunt, you're in the VAR community. We haven't done a good job of reaching out to the real technical gurus over the years. You know what I'm saying? It's been half a handshake. And what we're trying to do here is make a full handshake, throw in the sponsors, throw in other community members, and I think we have an event that I hope is, I can at least describe it.
How has the response been thus far for the people who are attending who can't, like you say, go to the closed-off MVP in Redmond?
Well, excited. I mean, and here's an example of that. Here's another audience we've attracted. We have several people who are in-house IT pros. Again, a little bit different crowd for you and me. The good news is the in-house IT pros hire Microsoft partners and VARs to do work and assist them and buy hardware and software. The in-house IT pros, I'll give you a specific example. A large general contractor in Seattle, 1,600 employees, sent a couple people, and they were curious about CRM 2011, perhaps Office 365, Azure, and where else could you get that roadmap and that view of the world, but from the MVPs who just came out of a 3-day NDA deep dive. So it's been exciting.
Perfect.
Yeah, the audience gets it.
The audience gets it, and that's an important part of bridging that gap, like you said, the half handshake. And moving forward, were other MVP nations going to take place all over the board?
Well, I believe we'll always be here in Seattle because Microsoft brings in the MVPs every late February, early March, this time of year. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I would say next week we'll already start planning for 2012 and work even closer with the Microsoft MVP program under the auspices of good for me, good for you, right? It's a good deal. And part of the MVP's mantra, charter, reason for being is they need to blog, write, speak. This is a forum for them to get their go juice.
And SMB Nation, moving forward, what can folks expect? There's new horizons? You bringing new people on all the time?
Yeah, so we have someone I'd like you to talk to while you're here is Regina Ciardello, our new editor of the magazine. So that's a whole other conversation. She's doing great. The events team is intact. And then here's news. Today we announced SMB Nation Spring. It's June 10th and 11th in Toronto. And what we've done is that spring show, we left New York, no offense. But after 5 years, that show now travels worldwide. So it's Toronto this year, Sydney the following, and London the following. So that's now our traveler. And then fall goes without saying.
Viva.
Yeah, that'll be in Vegas, 9th annual, and we've taken some new approaches. One of the things we have to make sure is we remain relevant, right? And the times are a-changing, and so we're bringing on, it's much more formal now, the content selection process. We fly the committee members here to Seattle for like an 18-hour day to pick the content, and this is an update for you that is important. When we launch a website now for an event, like SMB Nation Spring this morning, the agenda is 100% complete on day of launch. We don't fill it in over 3 or 4 months. We're 100% complete, so you can make the best decision for you if you want to go to the conference.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here and part of the SMB MVP Nation, and we appreciate very much our ongoing relationship.
Absolutely. You guys are doing. You got that new kit. You're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're holding our own.
All right. Thank you very much.
You got it, Harry.